Hi guys, this is Tim from Sports Game World HD. I'm bringing you another episode of our Blue Square North to the Premiership Challenge Series. And today we're going to be looking at the summer transfer window from our second season. And first thing you will notice that I've come back 21 days later than I should have done. And that is for one very good reason, that when the transfer window was closing, I was still in the process of completing 7 or 8 transfers. So there was no point coming back to you before I completed those transfers, and I've added a couple more to that list, so you'll get the idea that I have made a complete new team again. I've rebuilt the squad again because it wasn't up to standard, and that showed in our first few games. But first of all, we will look at the transfers and just look through a couple of the good ones, and then we'll look at pre-season and how the start of our Blue Square Premier season has gone. First important signing I made was William Ekong. I think that's how you say it. He's a Dutch centre-back, again, very, very young. Got some really good stats, to be honest. Heading 13, tackling 13, influence 12, anticipation 12. He's very quick, the acceleration of 14 and pace 12, and good natural fitness, so it means you can keep going. And he's also got work rate of 11, and this happens every episode. But yeah, he's a really, really good player. Going to be one of our main centre backs for this coming season and hopefully the future. Next big signing I made was Victor Zapata Casedo. I guess that's how you say it. He's a Colombian 17-year-old. He's a striker with finishing of 12, dribbling and first touch and heading and technique all of 12, flair 11. He's got poor composure, so I'm improving that in his training. But he's got 12 in pace. I think everything other than his flair is 12 of his green stats, but okay. But yeah, again, just going to become a very good striker, hopefully helping out Marlon Jackson up. This guy, Martin Riley, is an Irish striker who I actually tried to sign last season but wasn't interested in joining. He's got 13 finishing, 13 heading, 12 long shots, so he can score. He's got really good all-round games, so he can score from lots of different chances which he may get. Composure's not very good though, 11 anticipation, which is decent. Teamwork 16. His off the ball work is good, his flair is good, determined player, he's fairly quick. Stamina's got to be improved a little bit because his natural fitness is very poor, so we're going to try and get that stamina up just a tad. But generally he's going to become a very good striker either to start or off the bench, I'm not sure yet. Our next signing of importance was Sebastian Carole? I think that's how you say it. He can play on either wing, and that's all he can do really, just play on the wings. But crossing is 11, dribbling 11, first touch 12, technique 12, really good flair at 12, determined player, good off the ball, fairly quick. Again, he's fairly old though, 30 years old, that's quite old obviously for our team. But again, he's going to be first choice winger potentially, but I have brought a couple more wingers in which I'll show you in a minute, but he will potentially be first choice or rotate, I'm not sure yet. I think playing a lot of games this season, so it'll just be whoever's fit. Next player was Chris Rodd. He's a centre back who can play on the right back as well. Tackling 13, marking 13, heading 10, which I'm going to improve. 15 influence, good anticipation at 12, good work rate, good teamwork. Natural fitness is high, jumping is good, so we get that heading up along with that jumping. And he's quite tall, so he will become a corner glitch machine once he gets going. I think all my players are foreign at the moment. I'm not sure I can't remember if I signed an English player yet, but never mind. We finally have an English guy, Jake Nicholson, central midfielder, good technique, good long shots, passing, tackling, they're his main stats. Really slow, we're going to try and get that up. He's got good agility though, good balance as a midfielder, that's important. Good teamwork, very, very good midfielder. He's going to become a first choice player once we get his fitness up. This guy, Lewis Young, is actually Young's brother, I think it is. It's a favourite person now, so I'm assuming it's his brother. They look very similar, but he's not got great technical stats. Crossing's 10 and technique is 10, that's his best, and his passing is 9. So we're going to get that up because he's still quite young. But what I signed him for, as with the Colombian Ecuadorian midfielder last season, I can't remember what his name was. Again, I just signed him, just like I signed him, I signed this guy for his pace. 15 pace, 15 acceleration, 13 agility, decent balance, decent natural fitness and stamina, so again, just pace. and hopefully we'll be able to exploit the lack of pace in other teams' defences, and hopefully it'll work like it did last season. Lamisha Mosonda is my Belgian attacking midfielder, dribbling at 12, 13 first touch, 12 long shots, 13 passing, 13 technique, 16 teamwork, good creativity, good flair, fairly quick. Very, very good player, very, very young. Valued at £180,000. That's very expensive for a player of our stature. So, yep, really pleased to pick him up. Our final player I'm going to show you is Sam Walker. He's our new goalkeeper. I've literally only just signed this guy. I think I have just about signed him. I can't remember. I've just loaded the save up. But yeah, he's my new goalkeeper. 16 aerial ability, which is good, obviously. 16 jumping, so it means under the high ball he is very, very good. He's very, very tall as well. Good command of area, communication, handling, one-on-ones, reflexes, throwing. He's got it all. Very, very good player. Decent positioning as well for a player of this level. He's going to be our first choice goalkeeper. Here's an overview of what we've done in the transfer market. As you can see, I made a hell of a lot of signings. I'm going to have to scroll down actually to complete this, showing how many we've got. We've got all these guys in. And we've let quite a few guys go. Important players we've let go are Michael Jackson, who was our right. Michael Jackson, what a name. He was our right back last season. Matt Locke was an important player last season. Adam Webster was an ageing striker but decent. Greg Hartley was our best goalkeeper. Darren Edwards, player inherited. I let all these guys go. A couple of players go to Blythe Spartans, who are now my affiliated feeder club. Just needed a club to send some young players to, but yeah, made loads of signings, so our squad now looks like this. As you can see, got loads of options defensively. Down the fullback positions, loads of players who can play there. Midfield, loads of options. Wings is important because I do like to play wingers, so we've got loads of players there. Strikers, lots of players who can play. All these guys can play striker, as can Laste Dombaxe. I think that's how you say it. And Golem midfielder, he's very good. Staff wise, I think I made quite a few staff changes as well. As you can see now, I've got much bigger backroom staff, which is always handy to have. It means we can improve our training. With regards to fixtures, our pre-season went like this. As you can see, we played Birmingham and Aston Villa to start the pre-season off with. That was just to get some revenue in. Due to us making a lot of signings, I did have to increase our revenue, just so we didn't start to go in the red. But we lost both of those games, 3-1 and 1-0. The 1-0 game was pretty good performance, considering they are a Premier League team, of course. Then we went on to play Rugby, Redditch and TNS and Llanelli in pre-season extra games, just try and get morale up, to be honest, and beat them 4-0, 4-1, 5-1, 5-1. So that was obviously very, very, very convincing wins and very good for morale. As you can see, though, that morale did not carry on good performances to start the season off with. We lost 1-0 to Nuneaton, 4-1 to Mansfield, and then drew 1-1 with Wrexham. And at this point I was still completing signings, and it just reiterated the point that I did need to make a lot of changes to the team to try and get it up to par. But after that we did beat Newport 2-0, Braintree 2-1, lost to Forest Green 1-0, which was quite an unlucky result, beat Hayes and Yedding 3-2, and then beat Tamworth 4-1, and I'll show you the goal scorers on that game because that was quite a good game. Marlon Jackson scored, Callum Reynolds got an own goal for them, Billy Tosofolos scored a penalty, Victor Zapata Casero scored, 13 shots, 6 on target, 62% possession, so a very convincing win. I want to keep this episode quite short, quicker for you guys to watch, quicker for me to upload, so I'm not going to go through all of these. In terms of the Premiership, Premier League, Blue Square Brett Premier, whatever you want to call it, our Premier League, we are 13th in the table on, I can't make out what line ours is, 13 points, 3 points off the playoffs. Now, with regards to the overall series, the whole idea at the start was to take Gloucester to the Premiership, or get Gloucester as high as we can. I have now pre-ordered FM13. I can't remember if I said it in the last episode. I think I did, but I have pre-ordered it, and I get it on the 19th. I think I get it, so not very long at all. Which means I can't get through a season a day. I haven't got that much time to play it. Don't think anybody has. So, and that's what I'd have to be doing if we were to succeed at this series. So what I may now do is make it into a bit of a journeyman series until FM13 comes out. Stick with Gloucester, not going to resign. But if a bigger job comes available in League 2, League 1, anything above us, then I will accept, I think, and jump ship and just try to make it a Blue Square North to the Premiership challenge for myself, get me from the Blue Square North to the Premiership, etc., etc., or maybe go abroad. I don't know, but yeah, going to turn this into a journeyman save, I think, just so that we just advance it a little bit quicker, because otherwise I'm not going to succeed. What I wanted to succeed in what I wanted to achieve at the start of the series. So because we've not got enough time, I didn't realise that's what happens when you pre-ordered the game this year. I didn't realise that if you pre-ordered it, you get it early, or a better version early. So that's what's happening. I'm going to do it into a journeyman save now. So far, very early in the season, no big jobs have come available. So far at the moment, we are sticking with Gloucester. Come January, February time, I'd expect us to still be with Gloucester, but I'm not sure. So you have to tune in next time to see what happens, if I'm still with them or not, and how we're getting on if I am. If you've enjoyed this episode, please leave it a like. It does help me out. And leave me in the comments what you think of our signings, start of the season, what you think on the journeyman idea, and I will see you guys next time.